Greetings, Mythics. My name is Ken Boyter. I'm back. This is Snook. He's back. He is from the Bottled Imp. That is a YouTube channel with over 450 videos. Check it out. All about fantasy. But you are watching Edra Tales Twitch channel. I do have an Edra Tales YouTube channel, which has now reached the heady heights of 100 subscribers. So thank you so much if you have just subscribed. If you haven't yet subscribed, why not? What are you thinking? Go over there, subscribe. Also, if you haven't followed the Twitch channel, please do so. It all helps with the algorithms. If you don't want to follow this one, follow another one of your Twitch channel favourites. As Greater Void has done. Greater's Void. Thank you so much for following the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Normally we start at 6:30. When I say normally, I am normally a little bit late. So sorry about that. What's Grocklesnook up to? Is he a bit drunk? There he is. So if you'd like to leave a comment, so I know that the comments are working, that would be fantastic. Say hello. This is the live stream where we game the game, where we play through a game book. And this time, look at that, that's perfectly lined up. We are playing through the Ghosts of Craven Manor. It is part 3. We've already played parts 1 and parts 2. That's just for the live stream purposes. There aren't parts in the book, but obviously it's quite a meaty book, so it's going to take us a few sessions to get through it. Just to let you know, if you haven't played part 1 and part 2, you haven't seen that, I do put up all of the episodes up on the Edra Tales Twitch channel and also the Edra Tales YouTube channel. So obviously if you prefer YouTube, go over there. Hello Liren, saved by the alarm clock bell. There we go. Good evening, sir. The Ghosts of Craven Manor. What is that all about? Well, this book is an interactive novel which takes you on a ghostly time-travelling adventure with many paths and many puzzles that you must solve to reach one of the multiple thrilling endings. Hello, Martha. You almost missed this. Well, I'm glad you haven't. Glad you haven't. You are Dave Ingram, apparently. When you and your fiancée are given a chance, I think your fiancée's name is Liz, to move into Craven Manor, you think that you've been given the deal of a lifetime. That is until you discover the house is haunted. When your fiancée is possessed by one of the spirits inhabiting the house, you learn that the only way to free her is with the aid of time-travelling amulet. In an attempt to remove the ghost from the house, you must travel through time and learn the truth about what happened there, so that you can either fight the threat in the present or possibly attempt to prevent it to happening in the past. So there we go. That is the concept. That is the setting. That is the theme. It's very exciting, and it's been very enjoyable. Basically, there is a time-travelling aspect where we moved into the house together, the Craven Manor, and then we went to bed. We had a bit of an unfeeling feeling about the house, but anyway, we went to bed. You wake up in the middle of the night and your wife is not there, Liz is not there. And you go looking for her, you find her, but you then you get possessed by this mysterious shadow figure. And then you end up brutally murdering her. You are possessed. And you're trying to stop this from happening because you then somehow magically travel back in time, back to the cafe that you started at, and you try to prevent things from happening the way they did before. Now, we have got past that situation. We did manage to get out of that loop, which was fantastic. And we managed to get to a entry, I think it was entry 13. Unlucky for some, but lucky for us. That allows us to search the manor house. So it's like an open world area where you can just dive in and out of that at any entry that you find yourself in. So we, of course, will be doing that. I'm just getting all the gumph ready. We obviously need the sands of time. We need a pencil. We have a pencil. The classic game book paraphernalia that you need. We've also got our adventure sheet And we've also got, oh yeah, this is the choices that we can make when we want to go and search the manor house. And what else have we got? Oh yeah, those are all the rules for combat. But we've not got into any combat yet. Groundhog Day meets the Omen. That is a very, very good way of putting it. Yes or no? Should I go to Games Expo? Do you mean the UK Games Expo? So that, I believe, is at the beginning of June. Okay, I definitely recommend the Games Expo. No. Oh, we have one in Norway at the 2nd November. Oh, okay. Have you ever been to a Games Expo before? Electronic or tabletop games? Yeah. My sort of experience of Games Expos are, they can be very busy. So there's lots of people milling about. Normally they try to cater for that, so there should be quieter rooms where you can just play games, and areas that it's not so busy. Oh, it's both. Excellent. So I find that sometimes, a lot of crowd, I need time away from that. But other times I don't mind, it's fun. It just depends on the size of the expo. Last time I was there, it was very busy and chaotic and kind of scary. Yeah, so that's kind of why I mentioned that, because it can get overwhelming. There's loads of stands, there's loads of people, asking you, do you want a demo of the game, or have you heard of this game? So people coming up to you maybe. And then there's just a lot of people moving around. But hopefully there'll be areas where you can just go and it's a lot quieter. So they overlap in Taiwan. A large number of them are college graduates who make one type or both, set in their original universes. Universities? Oh, okay. That's fair enough. But I want to go and see some new tabletop games. Well, that's it. Yeah, it's quite a good idea, actually, Martha. Yeah, like you say, to have a plan and say, right, I do want to demo some new tabletop games, and then just play it by ear. So you might get there on the first day, and then you might go and get breakfast if you've not had breakfast, or you might just walk around and then just see, to have a good lap of the hall, or how many other halls there are. And then make a note of what you really want to play, or just play it by ear and go, right, I do want to play new game. Right, I'm just going to go and play demo games. I'm just going to, yeah. So you could do that. It's definitely fun. It definitely is fun, even if you're going on your own, Martha. Because what I found, obviously, with the gaming industry, certainly the tabletop gaming industry, most people are very nice. Most people will include you in a game. When I was demoing the Crooked Crown, and there was one or just two people, I'd say, oh, should we get some more people, and people were fine. People are, or do you want to, do you mind if these two people join, or this person joins? And they go, oh, no, cool, more the merrier. So it can be very uplifting. So yeah, I would check it out. But obviously, ultimately, you've got to work out if you feel it's going to be too overwhelming or not. But like I say, there should be like an area where you can just go and, get more quiet time. So there we are. So, we are here to play the Ghosts of Craven Manor. It looks like it's only you two at the moment. Maybe other people didn't get notifications. It's a bit glitchy, the notifications, isn't it? It's only for one day, but I know one of the vendors and want to support her. Oh, well, that's even better if you know one of the vendors, yeah. Go along then, And maybe you could get there at 10, you don't have to get there at whenever it opens. Say it opens at 9 o'clock. You don't have to get there dead at 9. You could get there at 10 o'clock, because then it might be, you won't be waiting in that big crowd before they let everybody in. Yeah, go say hello. Maybe you could help her out. Yeah, sounds great. Has she got does she sell games, or is she a designer that's selling her own games? Because that's always very encouraging, isn't it? If you've got, supporters of that game. So there we are. So at the moment, we've only got 2 people, but that's fine. We only need one person to play. I wonder where Jam is. I wonder where Jonathan is. Sally, I know where she is. She'll be joining us a bit later. Who else do we normally have? Julian has been joining us recently, hasn't he? She sells merch like plushies, buttons, dice, and dice books. Sounds fantastic. Sounds fantastic. Yeah, go along, say hello. You know, maybe if she's on her own, maybe, you could offer to get her a coffee or look after the stall while she goes and gets a coffee. Because that always, you know, whenever I've done stands on my own, it's like, I really need to go, I really want a cup of tea. Or, you know, a cold drink or something, or get her a sandwich. Yeah. So I wonder where everybody else is. Hopefully they'll magically appear if we just start. So tonight's drinks are... Oh no. I've got 3 drinks on the go. I've got a bit of, what's that, dragon's blood. We've got a bit of, oh, you don't want to know what that is. That's, yeah. I think this is Imps wee. I think it's Imps. And of course, we've got some honeyed tea. So, just to let you know, by the way, the Kickstarter is still doing very, very well. If you are watching this on playback, Devilish Dilemmas, To Kill a Thief. It's live now on Kickstarter. We've got 8 more days left. We are 103% funded, so it's fully funded. We have raised £2,064 out of our target goal of 2,000. So we're 64 quid over, which is fantastic. Very, very happy with that. If you do know other people... Oh, my B is sort of a bit slanted there. There we go. Sort of looked a bit drunk there. That's better. If you do know anybody that does like playing game books and they'd like a new game book, then you can direct them to the Kickstarter campaign. And there's a button on there where they can download this free 30 entry sample, just so they can see what my writing's like, see if they actually want to play it, see if it's the game book for them. It is going to be, obviously, because it's a game book for everybody. But they can actually download it and start playing it straight away, just to get a feel for it. So that's where my alien acid went. Yeah. Let's call it alien acid. So there we are. Well, it looks like it's just us 3, which is absolutely fine for now. I'm thinking other people might join in. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they've got other stuff to do. So, let's crack on. Let's crack on, you lovely, lovely people. So, what happened last time? Can I remember? Can't remember. Let's find out. So, we were last at entry 124. We managed to start searching the manor house, didn't we? So, 124. Yeah, where's Colin? I can't remember anything, yeah. So basically, do you remember, we are Dave Ingram. We are married to Liz. I believe her name's Liz. And we've just bought the new house for ourselves, Craven Manor. But we're quite amazed. We got it at such a bargain price. It was haunted. That's not a big deal, is it? However, it was. So you remember we were in the cafe, and then a child came in, spilled his ice cream. Then a little, gang of teenagers were like hassling a waitress. And then we'd spoken to the estate agent, we signed the papers, and then we went off to the house. We went off, yay, to the manor. But unfortunately, the removals people couldn't get there on the day. So they said, we'll come tomorrow. They said, it's all right, we've got some furniture here. So you slept in the same furniture. And you were possessed in the middle of the night. Your wife had got up, she'd gone off. You went looking for her, and then you see this mysterious shadow figure that then possesses you. We then ended up murdering her but also when we went back in time, so we went back in time, we did all of that again, slightly differently, but we still ended up possessed. But this time it was like 2 people. It was old people, so it's obviously we'd been time traveling. Then we went back in time again, and we kind of did it a few times, but we did manage to find an amulet that would help us. That broke the time traveling, loop. And now we are free to navigate Craven Manor. So we have navigated Craven Manor. We've started to do that. Yeah, we can walk back to entry 13 in case we have to do the time warp again. Absolutely. So there we go. That's a little summary. So if you've just joined us, or if you are watching some playback and you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, that is exactly what we're doing. And there you go. That's a nice little summary from Arthur as well. So 124, but I can't remember precisely what happened on the last one. So let's just have a quick look back. It says here, oh yes, we were getting chased, weren't we? We were getting chased by a man in black. Do you remember? It said the study, we went to a dead end. We went to the study to try and hide. It said the study is a dead end. You must now either reverse time or hide. If you choose to hide, choose which spots you want to hide in. And it says here, behind the desk, in the cupboard, or behind the curtains. Then it said turn to 1, 2, 4. So, did we choose where we were going to hide? I've not written down, so maybe that can be the first choice. That song is epic. Oh, can you hear the Skyrim song? Or do you mean the time warp? I remember the gallows humour. We chose curtains. Oh, okay. Right, we did. Yeah, I kind of thought we chose curtains. Right, so let me just write that down just so we know if we're looking back. So we chose curtains 124. It says here, roll 1 die to determine where the man in black will look first. Okay, so 1 to 2, he checks behind the desk. 3 to 4, he checks behind the curtains. 5 and 6, he checks in the cupboards. Right then, so we obviously don't want 3 or 4, so we want a 1 or a 2. Let's select tonight's dice. Oh, my other dice is up there actually. Here we go, let's select a 6, why not? Okay, so here we go. We want a 3 or a... No, what do we want? A 1 or 2, or a 5 or a 6. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's a 3. That is a 3. Hello, Sally. It looks like it's curtains for us. Okay, it says here, if you roll your location, which he did, he catches you and you have no choice but for reverse time. If you can't do this, he saps your life force away until there's nothing more than a soulless husk. Kenny's making us lose our lives again. If you reverse time, you do not need to travel back to the previous paragraph if you simply want to change your hiding place. Instead, -2 TTPs, and then continue as if you're successfully hid. However, if you wish to reverse time and avoid going into the study, feel free to return to the previous passage. Okay, so what would you like to do? Would you like to choose a different place to hide, or would you like to not go into the study? It is up to you. What would you like to do? You decide now. So put different, or to put place if you want a different place. Okay, or write it all out like Martha has. Or you can choose to type not if you don't want to actually go to the study. What would you like to do? Okay, so both of you, yeah, 2 people have voted. That's all we got. Don't know what's happened to the rest of the viewers tonight, the rest of the fellowship, the rest of the mythics place. And good evening, Sally. So, okay, so then which one would you... Oh, I see. So does it actually matter? Let's find out. If you successfully hid or reversed time and did so, which we did, we do need to minus 2 TTP. So we're now on 6 TTP. Time travel points. It says here, you can attempt to leave or stay put for a second. So what would you like to do? If you stay, then we're going to turn to a different... Hello, Jonathan. Oh, I just got back from walking Little Conker. Oh, bless. Hello, hello, hello. How are you both? And how is your wife and your children? Better do that. Sally always asks, if ever I speak to you, she goes, oh, how's Jonathan? I go, don't know, we just talked about game books, really. Good evening, John, and good evening, John's puppy. Exactly. So, if you'd like to stay put, then we're going to turn to 501. Or you can choose to leave now. We roll 1 die, and we can add 2 TTP to your roll, so your roll is higher. We need a 6 or above without getting caught. Okay, so you decide what you want to do. Stay might be easier. Wife and daughter have just finished half term. Conquer is well. Oh. And as is Jonathan. He's busy writing, funny enough. Yeah, me, not the dog. Do you know what, though? I think you've let the cat out of the bag, or the dog out of the bag there. I think we know the secret. It's Conker that writes all of Jonathan's game books. Jonathan just kicks back, getting drunk on crack and rum. And then there's little Conker with a pencil behind his ear going... And you're like, no, more! More! I want more words! And he's like... Johnson's just sitting there with his big glass, smoking a pipe. Talking of Kraken, I think my poor myself. You see, I told you. You're not doing yourself any favours, Jonathan. There, perpetuating the lie that you're an author. Okay, 501. Holy smoke! There's more than 400 paragraphs in the game, but there is more than 500. I think there's like 480 or something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, there's 535. 535. Okay, so... right drunk, edit sober, as someone... that's probably the best writing advice I've ever heard. Right, Ben Hur style writing, ramming speed. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're going to stay put. So let's stay put. So we are 501... We're going to go 501. Here we go then. So remember, for those of you that just joined us, we were being chased in Craven Manor by a man in black. We decided to hide in the study. We hid in the curtains. We got caught in the curtains. We actually then did a bit of a reversey, did a bit of time travelling to hide somewhere else. So we didn't get caught. And now we are deciding to stay put. So he is looking around the study, trying to find us. Roll 1 die to determine where he will look next. So, 1 to 3, he checks our location. 4 to 6, he checks the last remaining other location. So we want a 4, 5 or 6. Come on, how hard can that be? Yeah. Hello, Jam. Shh, let's pretend that didn't happen. Hello. Really, Ken. Still a bit late. No worries. You're waffling to work stuff. What's more important, yeah? Waffling to work stuff or chilling out with the mystics? Mystics with the mythics. Was that a 6? Well, all right. We'll do a re-roll. Come on, I'm feeling generous. Here we go then. We want a 4, 5 or 6. Yes. Get in there. Cash back. That was very jammy. Thank you. I'm having that one. So, 4 to 6, he checks the other location. If you successfully hid or reverse time it, you can attempt to leave. Right then, we can attempt to leave then. We need to roll a 4 or over, and then we can leave. Okay. We can add 2 TTP to ensure the roll is higher. But I'm assuming we need to minus that off of our total. We've only got 6, so bear that in mind. Okay, here we go then. We need a 4, 5 or 6. Let's get a 6. It's going to be a 6. It's going to be a 6. Right, may I suggest that we add 2 TTP? So let's say we got a 4, but I think we're going to have to minus that. So we're now on 4 TTP. Ouch, yeah. I'm going to change this die because it's the die. It's not me. You know, I'm not a bad workman blaming my tools, swapping the dice out. No. That one was cursed, clearly, by the hagstress. Okay, so, yay. Right, so where do you want to go? Do you want to run to the toilets? Squeaky bum time. Type loo or toilets. Or do you want to run to the ballroom? Do you want to run to the ballroom? Where do you want to go? Where's a good place to hide or search? Yes, Sally. That's exactly what we're doing. But where would you like to go? Would you like to go to the loo or would you like to go to the ballroom? 2 curtains in 10 minutes, yeah. Yeah, we're just warming up. I've been very liberal with the amount of lives we've got in this book because it is slightly different because we're going... There's all this looping and time travel. We want to go to the ballroom. Is that because of the Rocky Horror Show? Is that why you're picking that one? Right, we're going to go towards the ballroom. The ballroom blitz. Right, the ballroom, there it is. 449. That was the worst singing, I think, ever. It was so characterless, wasn't it? Ballroom blitz. To be fair, I'm not known for my singing. You make it as far as the corridor, but before the doors to the ballroom slam shut. Oh, yeah. You make it as far as the corridor. Oh, before the doors of the ballroom slam shut. Oh, that's not good. Hello, Steve. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Luckily, the time playing hide and seek in the study brought you some time. You run down the corridor to your right and find yourself in the conservatory. In here, you're surprised to find that the door to a side room that had been previously locked is now wide open. What is going on with this manor? You must now decide where you intend to go next. So, would you like to go to the garden, type garden, or you can go to the miscellaneous room, type miscellaneous. No, I'll let you type miss if you want, M-I-S. It's up to you. Do you remember, Steve, last time we were being chased by the man in black? He has caught us twice, but we kind of reversed time and started again. Back in a bit. Nice one, Sally. See you soon. Misk, we need more items. Yeah, I think we do definitely need more items. But you never know, there could be items in the garden, but I think... Oh, you weren't here last time. Sorry, Steve. So, we are in Craven Manor. We have bought Craven Manor for a very cheap price. We are now working out why it was a very cheap price. It's haunted, Steve. It's haunted. We moved in with our wife, Liz. Our name is Dave, or your name is Dave Ingram. It is, believe it or not. And we had this horrible possession earlier on for the last couple of sessions where we were possessed. And then we kept murdering our lovely wife, which is not good. It's not good. We also, one of the times, murdered a couple that were in the bed. Not good again. So we kept reversing time to get out of that loop. We did get out of the loop, and now we're just searching around the manor, but we are getting chased by a man in black. So, oh, you caught the first Craven Manor. Okay, so you kind of roughly know what's going on. Yeah. So we're now just trying to get away from this guy, but equally trying to find more clues and more objects to try and save the day, whatever that means. We've got to work out why it's haunted, what happened, what was the secret of the house. Okay, 93. Okay. Running straight through the open door, you find yourself in a dark room full of old junk. I spent last week Frenching it up in Paris. Oh, bon vivant vivant. Oh. Did you wear the beret with the onions around the neck and the striped jumper? Bet that was gorgeous. Was that for an anniversary, for a work trip, or did you just get lost? Did you plan just to get on the tube and you ended up in Paris? We killed our spouse more times than Superman killed Lois. Oh, that is true. So, we're going to, here we go. Running straight through the open door, you find yourself in a dark room full of old junk that appears to have no other way out. Realising you've trapped yourself in a dead end, you quickly hide in a cabinet and hope the man in black will not find you. As you wait there, you happen to notice a framed old photograph on the floor beside you. It shows a party happening in the ballroom at the same house. Only the attire of the people looks very old-fashioned. The date on the picture reads 2/12/1954. As you hear the man in black enter, you start to wish that you were anywhere but here. And, as if by magic, your wish is answered. So, Steve. Steve has bought a few game books. Lone Wolf, one in French, and an original French game book. Now, call me crazy, but I'm assuming you can actually speak pretty good French and read pretty good French, yeah? Because otherwise, that is uber collecting status, that is. Wow, I'm going to write this down, though, that we've got we saw a photograph dated 2/12/1954. I feel like that's going to be relevant at some point. But we're wishing we can go somewhere, and we are. 224. This is all very mysterious, isn't it? All very mysterious. In the time you arrive, you find that the miscellaneous room you were in before has transformed into a washroom. From the clothing in the washroom, you guess that you are in the 1950s. Probably the same date that you saw on the picture. Not only did you escape death at the hands of the dark entity, but somehow you have time travelled to a different period in history. You can't help but smile. Having the ability to travel back a few hours was cool enough, but this takes your breath away. This is madness. Leaving to put it, oh dear. It's the final creepy ballroom photo shot of Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Steve's put, it's the first time I found second-hand game books in the wild. Oh, that's a very special moment when you find them in the wild, isn't it? I know when I find them, I get a little bit, whew, look at that. And then I sort of go, right, no one's about to grab them. I'll have them. Grab them and have them. Have them and grab them. Okay, if this is your first time playing, okay, turn to 3237. So we have travelled back in time to 1954. What is going on here? Okay, rules for time jumping. We've not done this yet. You now have the ability to time jump. So we can reverse time and time jump. This is very different from time reversal, as it allows you to transport your entire self to moments outside of your own history, rather than simply send your subconscious back to your body at an earlier time. Oh, that's a very nice way of putting it. Time jumps do not require to spend any time travel points. To time jump to a particular period, you require a date to travel to. Each date you're able to travel has a secret set of coordinates that can be found by putting numbers that appear in bold in order. This is the number that you must turn to in order to time jump to that date. For example, the date that you read on the picture to bring you here was 2/2/4. In other words, it's bold. I don't know if you can see that. So, although the date was the 2nd of December 1954, only the 2s were bold and the 4. Quantum Leaps join the roulette wheel of time travel. He's getting them all in, isn't he? A smorgasbord. All we need is an alien with 2 hearts to join us. Since the numbers are 2/2/4 in bold, these are numbers you must turn to in order to travel to this date. Before time jumping, you always make sure you have the necessary clothes before you leave. You can buy old-fashioned clothes at the antique shop in town. And this is like Good Night, Sweetheart with Nicholas Lyndhurst. When visiting other times, you will be given a number of opportunities to leave and return to the present. Bear in mind, however, that you can only visit each date once unless otherwise stated. So if you leave too early, you might miss out on something. Of course, there is also the possibility that if you stay too long, you may outsell your welcome. So consider both factors. Oh, I like it. What a good mechanism. It says here return to 244. Just going to make a note of 237 is time jumping, just in case we need to look at it again, although I think it is in the rules that I printed out. Damn, this book becomes wide open. Yeah! So we got time reversal, where we can go back in our own timeline. Time jumping, where we're jumping out of our timeline. And we've got an open world aspect, where we can just hop about looking around the manor house. So we're going back to 224. Okay. I'm liking this. This is very clever. After you have familiarised yourself with the new ability, you decide to open the door and have a look around the rest of the house. In this time, you expect to step out of the conservatory, but are surprised to find yourself in the garden. It appears the conservatory has not yet been built. Suddenly, the sound of music and revelry gets your attention. You look towards the house and see there's a party going on. Yay! The French windows, Steve, the French windows to the ballroom are wide open, and many people are dancing to the banging tunes of Les Snoop Doggy Dogg. And many people in suits and dresses are standing around in the garden, drinking, smoking, and talking. Realising that you would stick out like a sore thumb in your current attire, you decide to go back to the washroom and borrow something to wear. Cash back, stealing clothes. So what have we got? Sorting through the clothes, you're only able to find 2 complete outfits that your size. One is a gentleman's suit, and the other is a servant's uniform. Choose which you intend to dress, and then turn to 318. So what do you want to wear? The gentleman's suit, put suit, or the servant's uniform, type uniform. It depends how they're going to react to us, I guess. What a clever book. Oh, I like both of your thinkings there. I think my natural thing was, let's wear a suit. I don't want to serve people. But Lirin has got a very good plan. It's like, we can probably get around the house a bit more without being seen. To quote Barney Stinson, suit up. Who's that? Am I being particularly dumb there, Steve? Okay, we've got 2 suits. We're suiting up. Suiting and booting. Well, yeah. It looks like we are suiting and booting then. Lehman's put, in case they start asking, I say so, what corporation do you bought today? And other rich people talk to you, be out of touch with. Oh. You could say, well, I've just invested in a new company called Google. Look it up on the internet, and they look at you going, what are you talking about? Okay, but it does look like we're going for the suit, so this could either be a blinder, or we could end up with egg on our face. Let's find out. That might be a nice starter, actually. Would you like your starter now? Then just throw some egg on our face. 318. 318. Stepping out of the washroom with your new outfit, you try to blend in with the crowd and make your way to the ballroom. On your way there, an attractive woman and brown hair tied up in a bun, holding an unlit cigarette, tries to get your attention. Excuse me, she says, have you got a light? Okay, if we have the lighter. Oh, we haven't got the lighter. We didn't get the lighter. To be fair, we've not found many items, have we? So no, we have not got the lighter, so that is a shame, because she could have had some very useful information about the house, whose party it was, who owns the house. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, 238. We haven't even got a box of matches. So it says, if not, you apologise and head inside. 238. Rub two sticks together. Yeah, she'll be impressed with that, Jam. Definitely. Okay. Are you currently wearing the servant's overalls? If so, turn to that. If not, which we are not, 272. Okay, this might not be the end of the conversation. Who knows? She might reprimand us if we were the servant and go, well, why not? You should always carry a lighter. At the party, you see 3 possible people who may be of interest. Oh, no, okay, so we're not going to interact with her again. One is a girl sat down in the corner who looks like she's waiting for someone to ask her to dance. The second is a pompous-looking man telling a story to a group of other pompous men. Sounds like me. And the third is a businessman-looking type who a lot of people seem to be avoiding. So, who would you like to go and chat to? Would you like to go and chat to the girl who was sitting down? Would you like to go and approach the group of men? Or would you like to approach the businessmen? The businessmen or businessman? Businessman. A true gentleman always carries a lighter. Exactly, I couldn't agree more. Or a tinderbox, if it's fantasy. So it looks like we want to go and speak to the girl sitting down who is it looks like she's kind of waiting for somebody to ask her for a dance. Maybe we could do that. We don't know. She might just laugh us off and say she's waiting for someone. But we need information. This is what we're after. We need information. Okay, we're going to go and chat to her. Remember, no contemporary words. Or contemporary sayings. It's 1954. Hello there, you say as you approach the girl. Yeah, what's up? You as you approach the girl, who looks to be in her late teens. Are you talking to me? She said, you talking to me? She knows, she's seen Taxi. How can... She says, surprised. Yes, I am, you say. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help noticing you don't look very happy. Is there any particular reason why? Well, you see that boy over there, she says, and she points to the boy in question. Yes. Well, I've been watching all night for him to ask me to dance, and just when I thought he would, he asked my sister instead. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. It's his loss. She smiles when you say this. Thank you for saying so. Okay, we have a decision here. It says here, what's the other... Oh, okay. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to offer to dance with her to make the boy jealous? That's not a bad tactic. Or would you like to decide to leave and approach the group of pompous men? Or approach the businessman? What would you like to do? Would you like to offer a dance, type dance? Would you like to go to the men, type men? Or would you like to go to the businessman type business? What would you like to do? I believe the Tudor era is about as far back as time as go and speak current English and be understood. Yeah, what was the Tudor time? Was that 17? No, 16? What time was that? The 17th century to like 1650, that kind of thing? Or am I completely wrong on that? Dance and have the time of our life. Oh, Jonathan, straight in there with the facts. Puts down his Kraken. Checks Conquered, still typing away. So 14. So I was. Oh, I kind of was right. Oh, that's quite a long period, isn't it? Was I right? I was wrong, wasn't I? I said yes. Yeah, I was wrong. Sort of. Yeah. 1485 to 1603. I am actually reading one of those Edward Master. What's his name? Edward Masterson or Edward Masters? You know, the Iron Horse, the railway detective series? I'm reading a Tudor mystery now of his. So late 15th century to early 17th century. So I kind of snuck in on that one. Yeah. So that's not bad. That's not bad. That's like 500 years. Obviously, there's going to be still a barrier to language, isn't there? But yeah, you probably will be able to communicate with them. So we're going to go and offer a dance just to show that boy. Edward Marston, that's the one. I've only read his Doomsday Mysteries. Oh, this one is... Where have I put it? Oh, it's just over there. Bear with me. Just a little interlude, little side quest. Because Jonathan and I, we do like his books. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, there it is. The Roaring Boy. Oh, it's Elizabethan. Is Elizabeth? When's Elizabeth? I thought it was Tudor. You can tell that history is not my strong point. Oh, she was a Tudor. No, I was right. Yes, in your face, history. Elizabethan is... Yeah, I'm still not coming off very good on this, am I? Look at Jonathan with those. He's either very quick on Google or he's got it all up here. Steve knows. He knows his history of the last Tudor. Right. So this is about a group of actors who are trying to put on a play and there's some sort of murder going on. It's very good. Take care, Ken. Calm down. Exactly. I like to show off my intellect. Doesn't happen often, and it didn't happen then. So anyway, where were we? We're gonna go and make a boy jealous. We're gonna go and make a teenage boy jealous. Of course we are. What else have we got to do at that time? Okay, here we go then. 442. Yeah, maybe 1954. Maybe you could show that. Yeah, you could teach the crowd the time warp. Go, I've got this new dance. Everybody, join in. Look at Jonathan showing around his intellectual weight. I didn't need to look up any of that. I taught the Tudors for long enough. Oh, okay, of course. You see, kids, that's what happens when you become a teacher. You know stuff. I did Elizabethan history for A-level and something stuck. Well, there you go. There you go, kids. That's what you do when you actually learn stuff. I was going to say you're currently writing. Yeah, of course, Shakespeare versus Cthulhu, because Cthulhu is the Tudor era, isn't it? See what I did there? See what I did there? Okay. Reminds me of the story I was told... Or as I call it, history snooze time. Oh, Martha, did you not like history? Reminds me of the story I was told about the Japanese tourist who visited Hampton Court and asked where what? The two-door kitchen was. Yeah, you saw what I did there, Jonathan. So, what's the two-door kitchen? What's that? Is it like a big double door? Or is that like a joke? As the escape Tudor window, Cthulhu is an era. Yeah, I know, an all time. Oh, for God's sake, Jonathan. I expect that from Jam. I don't expect that kind of shenanigans from you, Jonathan. And is that a joke as well, Jam? Have you turned up to the pun party once again? Nope, my history teacher was so boring. Oh, that is a shame. That is a shame, because history is really interesting. I think when you approach it as an adult, it's different. It is different, because I really enjoy history now. He's wrote what I am. Check Facebook. Oh, he's worse than I am. Check his Facebook. Right. My mum's cousin claimed it happened to her. Really? Brilliant. I love it. I love it. Right, okay, so let's crack on. We're going to try and make this teenager jealous. Why don't we show him what he's missing, you suggest? This is getting a bit dodgy, but anyway, I'm not sure I understand what you mean, the girl replies. How can I show him what he's missing? By dancing with me in full view of him. Do you think that will really work? I think so. Although, I have to warn you, I'm not the greatest dancer. The greatest dancer? But I am a tiny dancer. I don't mind. As you take the young girl's hand and lead her to the dance floor, you soon become aware of how bad a dancer you actually are. Here we go. Sounds like I need to broaden my Edward modern reason, but right now I'm reading a contemporary science fiction novel. Ooh, nice. Contemporary science fiction. Sort of like Black Mirror. I went to the catacombs in Paris, lovely, and thought it would make a great setting for a horror game. But yeah, absolutely, catacombs, it's amazing. Are you a tiny dancer? I am. I'm a tiny dancer. That's the wrong tune. Almost 1 hour of playing. We are almost 1 hour of playing. Let's crack on, Martha. You're quite right. To make this work, you have to try your best to keep up the steps. Look at this. We're dancing by dice. Dicing with dice. Dancing with dice. To do this, you must roll one dice 7 times and try and throw the following numbers in order. Oh my God, what are the odds of this? I'm derailing things as usual. No worries, Jonathan. Right, so what we need is, we need a 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 6, 5. Normally this would be close to impossible, since the odds of rolling all those numbers perfectly are unlikely. But you have the ability of time travel. With each roll you make that is not exact, you can use up to 2 TP to either speed up or slow down your steps. This means that for each roll that is not exact, you can either -1 or 2 or +1 and 2 on your roll to make the steps. Whether you make the step or not, you then move on to the next step and are allowed to make 3 missteps. Okay. If you manage to dance, then you turn there with 3 missteps. If you make it more... Okay, so... Is that clear? Right, we need a 4 first, though. We need a 4. I heard the Museum in Paris is connected to ancient waterways. Is that true? Probably. A lot of cities have underground tunnels, monasteries connecting to, pubs, and pubs connecting to castles, and loads of... Yeah, so it wouldn't put it past them. You know what the French are like. Right, here we go then. We need a 4. Oh, I thought that was a 4. So what would you like to do? We have 4 time travel points. We need to spend 2 if we want this one, but we can have 3 missteps if we like. What would you like to do? Do you want to use that as a misstep or spend? Type misstep or spend, depending on what you want to do. What would you like to do? We didn't quite get the steps. What would you like to do, my friends? Anyone? Misstep. Until we can regain 2, we can't spend it like water anymore. Yeah. I kind of agree with that. But, I'm not playing because... Oh, you put TP. Yeah, okay, so yeah, if only one person votes, then that's the vote that goes through. Misstep. Okay, Martha also agrees. Very good. A faux pas. I only did one episode, didn't I, Jonathan, of the Fantasy Faux Pas show, which, I thought was pretty funny. I know Jonathan liked it. I do want to do another one of those. We filmed half of one years ago, but we never finished the other half. That was great. Oh, thank you. So I'm really do want to get back into that. But, you know me, I've got bloody 108 projects on the go, and I definitely need to finish the game book, so... Okay, we need to roll a 4 again. What do you want to do then? A misstep? Or faux pas? What's that? Only 108? Oh, only 108, yeah. Yeah. I thought of another game idea the other day as well, Jonathan. I was like, oh no, what have I done? What have I done? I think I spoke about it. It was a dungeon crawl paranormal game where you each play different types of like a tarot reader and a priest and all that. I forgot to say congratulations on getting the. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Steve. Yes, thank you for backing it. It will be. I will write this the normal way round. There it is. Yeah, misstep again. Smooth. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, look at that. Yes, so we are now on 2064. That's 41 people back the project, which I'm massively, massively grateful for, and over the moon. It's fantastic. So we've still got 8 days left. And Jam and I do want to do that last push. So we do need to team up. I will email you later on today. That was the Australian edition. Exactly. G'day there, Bonsai. Right. Let's quickly move on. We need a 3. We need a 3 for this one. Boom! Look at that. I'm happy with that. Right, you can see how rare it is that I actually roll what we want. Right, we need a 2 now. We need a 2. Here we go. I didn't even roll it in the. I missed the dice out. Here we go. So we'll edit that bit out. Here we go. We need a 2. Damn. Oh. Okay, that is a misstep. Because we can't spend 2, because that won't work. That'll only take us down to 4. So we have done 3 missteps. We cannot afford any missteps unless we do actually pay now for time travelling, slowing down time. So we need a 2. We can do this again. Come on. Oh. That would be 5, 4, 3. No. Nope. We've stood all over her feet. She's fallen over. Her face has gone head first into the punch bowl. It's a calamity. Right then, we're going to just have to take this one on the chin. Or on the foot. Okay, so if you make more than 3, turn to 6. He's not going to be jealous, is he? He's not going to be jealous. 2, 6, 1. Maybe she'll think it's endearing that we've trampled all over her feet. Right. Here we go. Redo this. No, come on, Martha. We can't redo everything. I like your enthusiasm there, but come on, we can't redo everything. Your dancing skills are so bad that they cause you to send the girl spinning towards the buffet table. There it is. Which collapses on impact. Oh no. As she gets to her feet, covered in all kinds of different food. Oh no, this is hideous. Be right back. Okay, Martha, this is hideous. Everyone begins to laugh at her, including the boy whom she wanted to dance with. Cute Benny Hill. Oh no. You feel terrible for her and want to do something to make it up for it. But as you approach her, she gives you an angry glare and then saunters off. Yeah. That's almost as bad as every time we get on a boat, we seem to just sink it. 228. Ah, the fates weren't... What were we thinking? We knew we couldn't dance. This is so much needed levity after 3 timelines of death. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I like that. That's a nice little kind of quirky little story. That's great. Someone clinks a glass and your attention turns to a woman on a podium at the back of the room. Who the hell spilt all the bloody food on the floor? Ladies and gentlemen, she probably speaks like Dame Edra. Thank you for coming here tonight. I hope you have been enjoying the evening so far. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our host, Jacob Reardon, who, as we all know, loves a bit of snooker, for arranging this fundraiser. Oh no, hang on. Oh, okay. For arranging this fundraiser, I apologise for interrupting tonight's festivities, but the time has now come for tonight's fundraising auction. As mentioned before, several established members of our community has each kindly enough donated a precious treasure from their own personal collections, each of which will be sold to the highest bidder, with all the proceeds going to charity. As you stand there watching the woman talk, you can't help but feeling that she looks familiar, but you can't figure out where you've seen her. Then it hits you. She's the same woman from the picture you saw in the house, the last thing you saw before you were transported this time. Furthermore, it appears that the photographer is just about to take the same picture. This sudden realisation caused you to stumble back and accidentally knock a candlestick to the floor. This is not our night. Freaky. I like this. This is really cool. Not the fact that we just knocked a candlestick to the floor. At first you panic, thinking that it might cause a fire, but one of the other guests is quick to pick it up before it can cause any real damage. Unfortunately, even though it's not on the floor for long, it's left a black mark. Okay. Right then, so I'm going to write down time jump shortcuts. I think I'm going to write notes on the back here of the adventure sheet. So I think we need to write down Jacob Reardon to thank our host. So I'm going to put owner of Manor 1954 ? Because that, I think, you know, if he's the host, surely you own the house. So we've got chimp. No, a dyslexic way of spelling chimp. CMIP. Changes made in the past. Every time a significant change is made in the past, it may affect a particular place in the future. To keep track of these changes, you'll be told something like this. Add changes in the past A. This affects the ballroom. This you mark down on your adventure sheet under changes in the past. Yeah. Okay, which is here. Hang on. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's down the bottom. We've got one already. Hotel, I think. So then it says to use it, you must return the original number of the areas affected as shown on your navigation list. All shortcuts for this area can be removed as they are now irrelevant. To use it, you must return the original number of that area it has affected. Okay. Upon returning to the original number, you find instructions that say, if you had CMIPA turn 2, Immediately, you must now turn to the number instead of reading on. From this point on, this particular area will now be permanently changed to this number until you are given new shortcuts or told it is complete. Wow. I don't know how he's written this, because this seems amazing. Black mark on the carpet 2, it's a butterfly effect. No matter how tiny, that can change the future in ways we can't imagine. Absolutely, Lee. Didn't we see a black mark in the, before, on the floor? Or is this something else I'm thinking of? There is no fate but what we make for ourselves. So, it says here, even though changes made in the past A was used for this tutorial, you do actually have it now. So please add it to your adventure sheet. And remember to check the ballroom upon returning to the present. Okay, so we actually have got A. I've also got a hotel, but I don't know if I've done that wrong. Ballroom. Okay. So, what would you like to do now? You have a decision to make. Would you like to return to your own time? Type time. Or would you prefer to hang around and see what happens next? See what more of a disaster you can be. And maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you punch someone in the face accidentally. Hang about, it's up to you. Yeah, type hang about or hang around. Oh, yeah, Martha wants to hang out as well. Hang out, yeah, it's probably good because it did say that once we leave that time, we can't go back to it. So it's probably best. But it did also say, remember, if you stay too long, you might outstay your welcome. However, you've completely ignored that advice. You have gone for... You just keep making me... Yeah. Hang on. Keep me hanging on. Who's that? Blondie? Is it Blondie? You'd never get it from my singing. Right, here we go. 72. I'm really good at playing Never Mind the Buzzcocks. 72. 72. 72. Now, our first lot... I'm not going to do the voice. Now, our first lot is a precious stone donated by Sir Felix Bentley. The woman continues, as one of the household servants brings out a beautiful turquoise stone. This stone has been in Sir Bentley's family for generations. As the cabinet holding the stone is brought past you, you are very surprised to feel a strange tingling throughout your body. Steady. You wonder if this might be something to do with the time travel, like an inner warning system telling you that you should leave. Although part of you wonders if this might have something to do with the precious stone. Oh, is it Kim Wilde? I've met Kim Wilde. I've met Kim Wilde. Martha would like to leave. Well, let's see if it gives us a choice. I think it will. You're about to move closer to the podium to get a better look when you overhear a man behind you who seems to be running around frantically asking several guests the same question. She went to her local school. Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. She did go. She went to a local school just up the road. But I met her as a lady. I met her after her pop career, and she'd become a gardener, but she was still doing the odd gig here and there. And I happened to be filming one of those gigs, and so I happened to chat to her before the gig. Lady Kim Wilde, exactly. Lady Kim. Okay, here we go. Look at me name dropping. So, what does he say? He says, excuse me, he says. Have you seen the woman I came here with? She said she was visiting the powder room, but I haven't seen her since. This simply isn't like her. What are you kids in America? Whoa. Finally, someone speaks up. Yes, I think I saw her heading upstairs for about 5 minutes ago. Thank you, the man says right before he leaves the ballroom. You now feel incredibly torn on where you should go. Even though this precious stone has you intrigued, you know from your own experience that a person walking off on his or her own in this house is never a good thing. What a dilemma. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to follow the man looking for the woman? Type follow. Would you like to stay for the bidding on the precious stone? Type stay. Or would you like to return to your own time? Type own time. What would you like to do? Yeah, follow the man. It's turning into an intriguing mystery. And like you say, Martha, if she goes missing, it might not be good. Follow. Oh, Martha's changed your mind. Do you want to go back then? Do you want to leave? So I'm going to take it that Martha wants to leave now. Stay by Shakespeare's sister. Yeah. So we're going to stay. But what would you like to do? Would you like to follow the man, type follow the man, or would you like to bid on the precious stone? Oh no, that was bidding on the precious. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Right. So we've got 1 for follow, 3 for stay. Okay, so it could be an invaluable clue. Okay. So it looks like we are going to stay. That's also a Annie Lennox song. It's also an Annie Lennox song. Not Precious Stone, Stay. Although Precious, I think, is a Annie Lennox. Anyway, we're getting bogged down with the Annie Lennox songs. We don't need to know exactly what Annie Lennox sung. Okay, here we go. 148. Although I do like Annie Lennox. Very good singer. Very, very fine woman. And of course, she did one of the best pop songs ever. Yeah? Into the West. Lord of the Rings. Walking on Broken Glass. Absolutely, Steve. That's a great tune. 148. In the end, you decide to stay with the auction so you can investigate the precious stone. Very well. Should we start the bidding at 200? That's us out. Says the auctioneer. Do I hear any bids for 200? Very good, sir. Do I hear any bids for 250? 300? 350? 400? That's 400 from the man in the row. Any more? You realise then that the auctioneer is talking to you because she mistook you scratching your head. Oh, we're a walking liability. Scratching your head for placing a bid. If someone doesn't outbid you soon, you're somehow going to have to pay for this item, and you're pretty sure they won't take plastic. That's a nice touch. Do I hear any other bidders? Going once? Going twice? All in then. £1,000. Oh, Martha's put that's why she should leave. We should leave. £1,000, shouts a man from the back row, much to your relief. Sold to Lord Gil Murdoch for £1,000. Please step forward and deposit your money to claim your prize, sir. You look back at the back row and see a man with grey hair, sideburns, and believe it or not, a monocle and cane, making his way towards the podium. He is what? Hang on. It's just hang on. Let me see what that said. He's about to ascend the steps to join the woman when a blood-curdling scream suddenly echoes through the entire house. Maybe we should have followed the man. Everyone goes quiet for a few moments. Then, like a herd of crazed elephants, they all stampede into the house and go to investigate. Oh, of course, we're in the ballroom, which I thought was in the house, but anyway. You follow with them, hoping more than anything that you do not find what you expect, but you are not so lucky. In the end, the crowd comes to a stop in the main bedroom, where you find the body of a woman on the floor. It's just like auction at Five Festival Festival. Yeah, exactly. What, with the blood-curdling cries as well? Oh, no. Oh, body on the floor. And standing above her, his hands blooded, the same man who you had previously Scene, leave the ballroom. He was a villain after all. As a group of men go to grab him, he turns around in panic and screams, "I didn't do it! I didn't do it! It was the dark man. He was the one. He was the one." From hearing this, you can already tell what happened here. This man had previously been possessed by the same dark entity that took control of you on your first night, and like you, had been forced to kill the woman he loved. As you watch, you are powerless to do anything as the mob mentally takes over. Mentally takes over the partygoers, and they proceed to beat the man within an inch of his life. Poor man, exactly. He didn't do it. He genuinely is innocent. You know there is nothing you can do for him now. You sneak outside and time jump back to your own time. It's a gritty story. This is not for the faint-hearted, this story. It's very good. Who's enjoying it? I'm really enjoying this. Very good. Oh, I need a little bit of a drink. Oh, I've got a little bit of this left. So this wasn't the right timeline, yeah, because we couldn't. It didn't. Well, maybe we could have stopped him, but would be able to actually resolve the situation. That's right, Martha. And Martha loves the story. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's intriguing. Whew. Right, let's catch our breath. It's been a brutal murder. You return to the present to find that it is once again light outside. The man in black is gone, and the doors are no longer sealed. You immediately go to your fiancée in the living room to hear her speak in that strange, distorted language that you have yet to understand. So, that reminds me, it's the strange language. Now, I did post up, I don't know if people saw, in the Edra Tales Facebook group, I posted up the strange paragraph. So if you have got access to the internet, other than, I don't know if you're watching this on a phone or a tablet, but if you want to have a look at that, you can try and solve what it says. I don't know if it's just as simple as putting it in a mirror, but I suspect not. Our failed dice roll was as much needed comic relief. Yeah, it was. It's good writing when you have, if you're doing gritty, you do need a bit that comic relief, don't you? You know, and Shakespeare was very, very good at that, as Jonathan knows, obviously. So there's a big paragraph again. Now, I don't know if it's the same paragraph. It's this one here. It just says the same, that strange, distorted language. You can now search parts of the house you didn't before and go out into the town. Bear in mind that you can also time travel at any point if you have a date to travel to. You cannot turn to a period that you've already been before unless otherwise specified. From now on, the only requirements to time jump are for you to be present in the house when you do, as the energies surrounding the house are needed to make the jump. However, this is only when making a jump from the present to the past. Right, okay. For those other things, you can jump from anywhere, but when travelling back to the present, you'll always return to the house. This is like mega open world. It's like all your open world dreams coming true. So I'm gonna tick. I'm gonna put date time travel to. So we've gone to the 2nd of the 12th, 1954. Okay. Martha's getting very, very sleepy. So we're going to do about another 10 minutes, I reckon. Oh, no, another 5 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. Okay, so that's good. You can now continue to explore the house, or explore the town. What would you like to do? We haven't explored certain things. We can go and explore the house some further, or we can explore the town. So what do you want to do? Explore the town, type town, explore the house, type house. Town, yeah, let's go out. Night on the town. Sally's like, well, yeah, we explore some bed and some sleep. Snuggle time. Okay, how? Oh, we've got a split decision so far. Although the house, we're back in the house. We're back in the room. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go back to the house. Okay then, so what would you like to explore? We have a smorgasbord of... I'll go with women's intuition. Very wisely put, Jam. Very wisely put. Okay, so... I haven't ticked these off, actually, whether we've been there or not. Below is a risk you can explore anytime through the adventure. You can go to any one of these rooms as many times as you like. Okay, but you must be sure to keep note of the shortcut when they're given to you. Oh, yeah. So, do we want to go to the ballroom? On the Town was fun, but Anchors Away is still the better Gene Kelly film. Yes, On the Town. Wasn't that they were part of the Merchant Navy? And it was shore leave. Is that right? Am I thinking of the right film? I think that was the ballroom. Yes, ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Okay, yeah. Should we go to the ballroom? Type ballroom if you want to go to the ballroom, or type no if you don't want to. Because we do have a shortcut, so we've got a bit more information about the ballroom. Have we been to the ballroom yet? Oh, I have written down. We went to the kitchen, the cellar, but the cellar was locked. We needed a bronze key. The library was locked. We needed a gold key. Now, I made a mistake. We should have looked at 3 unlocked doors last time before we jumped around, but that was my bad. So maybe we might have found a few more items. Both were shore leave. Oh, okay, but Anchors had Gene Kelly dance with Jerry. Oh, I see, really. Excellent. Okay, so no one else has commented on where we should go. So, Martha, we're going to go to the ballroom. 145. I'm going to write ballroom next to that. Ballroom. Okay, fantastic. Here we go. And we do have a shortcut. We have a ballroom A. So, hopefully this will work out. Let's blitz this ballroom. Seriously, there's a lot of proofreading that has to go into this. A lot of play testing has to go in this to make sure all these elements work. And I sincerely hope that they do, because it's a lot of fun. It looks like it does. It says if you have CMIP, changes made in past, A, turn to 357 immediately. 357. I'll make a note that it was a chimp. I'm going to call it a chimp because I keep wanting to say chimp. Chimp A. Ooh. Right then, 357. Entering the ballroom, you are reminded of the party you attended in 1954 in the same room. Although it wasn't ultimately happy memories, really, was it? You remember the various guests you spoke with, the auction that took place, and everything else that followed. As you walk around the room, you realise there is no evidence to support the fact that you actually were there. That is, until you came across a black mark on the wooden floor. And remember the incident you had with the candlestick. It appears your actions have caused the house in your time to change, because you are fairly certain that this black mark was not there here before. Oh, I see, so we didn't see it then. This proves that you are able to make more significant changes in the past that could help you in the present. Yes. You now leave and return to the house. Mark down ballroom is complete. You have no need to revisit here. Fantastic. So we'll mark C for complete, or com. I might also put a tick next to it. That's probably a better way of doing it. Fantastic. So we completed that. We're now going back to the... We're going to go back searching. It says go back to room 13. Let's have a look. Did I make that up? Yeah, no, room 13. So where would you like to go now? It is only in the present time. Is that only in the present time? I'm not sure. Probably. It might be that in the past, because you can only... Yeah, we can't... Yes, it is, because we can't go back to that again. And I'm assuming that that's the end of the ballroom. That would have been the ballroom... the ballroom time jump back. So, yeah, I would imagine it is. Okay, so where would you like to go? Where would you like to go? We've got the kitchen, the dining room. We can't go to the cellar. Storeroom. Can't go to the library. Storeroom 2. Study. Did we go to the study? I don't think we went to the study. Oh, no, we did go to the study. Conservatory. Storeroom. Okay. Dining room. Martha wants dining room. Study. We'd already been to the study, to be honest, Steve. That's where we joined. That's where you joined us. Kitchen, we'd already been, but I can't really remember what happened there. Storeroom 3, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, misc room 1, misc room 2, attic, bedrooms 3, 4, and 5, bathroom, display room, pond, shed, or gazebo. You will also allowed to visit the following areas when you are told they are available. Oh, or we could go to the town. Where would you like? We have got town. Yeah, I'm going to write available. Town is available. So there's quite a lot of choice. Steve wants to go to the town. Yeah, all the best parties are in the kitchen. Kitchen have a silver thing. Oh, yes, that's right, in the waste disposal. So what have we got then? Dining room, kitchen, town, and then 2 for town, storeroom 2. I love the randomness of this. It's like, yeah, storeroom 2. Who knows what's in it? But it looks like town. Let's get that silver key from the nasty old shredder. That does sound like it is. Okay. I've got 2 for town and then 2 for kitchen. 2 for town, 2 for kitchen. I think everybody's voted. So, let's do the time warp again. So, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 is town. 4, 5, and 6 is... What did I say? 1, 2, or 3 is the town. 4, 5, and 6 is the kitchen. Here we go then. It is a 5. We're going to go to the kitchen. We're going to go to the kitchen. Here we go then. Kitchen. 2, 6, 2. I'll put kitchen. Kitchen. Okay. Where did I put the book? Let's get that silver key. Right, so kitchen is 262. Okay, the kitchen is probably the most modern looking room in the house, but it's not without its flaws. The tea-stained encounter slimy draining boards and curling lino floor, leave much to be desired. And beat, bop, and rock steady. What's that? As well as the sinister humming from the fridge. As you explore the room, your attention is drawn to a clicking noise coming from the garbage disposal. At first you ignore it, but when it starts to growl louder, you decide to investigate. As you look down the hole, you notice a glint of silver coming from below. Something is stuck down there, and it could quite possibly be something useful. So, if you put your hand... Do you want to put your hand down to try and get it? We can use Future Knowledge C, although we've already used that, I'm pretty sure. Oh, or we can... Oh, no, right. No, we haven't used that. It says you can just use it. We didn't gain it. So what would you like to do? Type hand if you want to try and grab the silver thing. Future Knowledge C, type C if you want that. Or you can return to the choice again, to the main search area. Type return. What would you like to do? Steve does. Let's use it. Use it. C, hand grab. Future Knowledge C. Okay, looks like Future Knowledge C. Oh no, sorry, I led you down a false... I got slightly confused, sorry. We needed to have a number next to C. Sorry, can't do that one. I was right in the first place. So, would you like to hand grab or leave? It looks like people want a hand grab. Sally wants a hand grab. If you chose Future Knowledge C, type hand grab or leave. Sorry. Grab, yeah. I think you should just go for it. I do think we should go. Yeah, let's get hand chopped off. You've got another one. Use the hand that you on. If you're left-handed, use the right hand, etc., etc. Okay, turn to 56. I think this is a good choice because if it is a silver key, that is definitely going to unlock something. Obviously. It would be annoying if it just didn't unlock anything in the whole game book. As you lower your hand into the garbage disposal and try to get the silver object, you find that it is out of your reach. Oh no. So you put your whole forearm in. You have just gotten hold of the object. It feels like an old key with a hole in the top. When, to your horror, you hear the motor start and feel the most excruciating pain as rotary blades begin to shred your arm to pieces. You cry out in agony and quickly try to pull your hand out, but it's too late. Your hand is gone. And all that is left is a mangled, bleeding stump. You fall to the ground, feeling that you will soon pass out and die on the kitchen floor. Future Knowledge C minus 207, right. C minus 200, so now we get 207. Okay, you can now return to the house. Oh no, that's not right. Unless you can reverse time, I'm afraid your journey ends here. It didn't affect Ethan Winters in at least 2 RE games too much. What? Who's Ethan? Oh. RE. Oh, sorry, I'm being really dumb, aren't I? That's tragic. Only half my gloves will fit. Hopefully that wasn't his wedding ring. Would you put your wedding ring on the left hand? Hopefully it wasn't that. Okay, we can reverse time. Shall we reverse time? Yeah, it might be a good idea to stop here. Yeah, I think we're going to stop here, Martha. Absolutely. What I was going to do, though, is we can reverse time. So let's reverse time. So we're now down to 2 time travel points, which means we can go back 2262. I'm going to put hand chopped. Do you know what? It seemed obvious that would happen, didn't it? But somehow we thought we'd get away with it. So we're going to go back to 262 kitchen. Oh, okay. And then we're just going to leave, aren't we? So we need some way. That's handy. We need some way. We need some way to stop the garbage disposal to get that key. So I think the only other knowledge, we haven't got a future knowledge C, so we have to go back to 13. And absolutely, Martha, that is where we will start next time. So I'm going to write part 4. We're going to start at 13. So there we are. So obvious we ignored, the peril. I know. Kind of just felt like it was leading us. It was goading us into doing it. Don't forget, we have 2 more Edra coins with 10 time points each. Absolutely. Absolutely. There we are. That is part 3 of the Ghosts of Craven Manor. I'm enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this. It is a lot of fun. It's a good, gritty story. A bit dark in places, but, that's fine. And, nice bit of comedy thrown in as well. The War for Rona... animated film. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Will be released in IMAX in Taiwan in November. Both English and Japanese. To see both versions. Big round of applause for that, Lewin. Yeah, I don't know when it's coming out in the UK. Can't we just staple our hand back? Yeah. And a big stapler. There we go. Oh, no, we could use the... Yeah, you don't need 2 hands to use a stapler, do you? Yeah. So there we are. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for playing. Just to remind you, before you all go, obviously, if you have backed the Kickstarter to kill a thief, thank you so much. If you haven't backed it, maybe consider backing it. Check it out, Kickstarter. You can download a 30-entry sample to see if you like my writing, to see if this is the game book for you. Also, you can see what all the rewards are if you do back the project. And we are at 103% funded. We've raised £2,064. So thank you very much. And also check out Jam's game book as well, which is currently funding. He is 119%, I think, funded. I think he's raised over £1,700, which is amazing. So there we go. If you want to check out Jam's game book, it is Paranormal Hero. If you just type that in, it should come up. Or if you just type game book, all one word, both of our game books will come up. It helps at being produced in Japan. Oh, yes, of course. And produced by Peter Jackson. It is simultaneously dubbed in both languages. Fantastic. What a genius Peter Jackson is. Lord of the Rings, probably the best trilogy ever made. I've not seen The Godfather, so I can't really say that definitively. But Godfather is meant to be one of the best trilogies ever made. But I think, and Star Wars, some people think Star Wars is, but I think Lord of the Rings trumps it. So there we are. So thank you so much, Jam. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little proposal together about you and I teaming up to then send an email to both of our backers. I'll be advertising your Paranormal Hero book. You'll be advertising my book. And then we will give us, if you're up for this, because I think you suggested, didn't you? Well, Jonathan suggested the whole thing. So thank you, Jonathan. But Jam suggested that we do 2 separate independent mini game books of 100 entries. So I'll write one that's set in my world of Edra, and Jam's going to write one that's presumably in his paranormal hero world as well. So that sounds, thanks for the shout. You're more than welcome, Jam. Peter Jackson also did Idle Hands, a film about a dismembered hand. Oh, really? To somewhat on topic. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. I know he likes his horror, doesn't he? So that's fantastic. So thank you very much. Yes. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Lyrin. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, to Jonathan, of course, Jonathan. And who else? Let's have a look. Have I missed anyone else? Lee Rin. I think I've said you, but I can't remember. Thank you, Lee Rin. I think that is everybody who I've name checked that commented. So thank you very much for commenting. If you just watched and you didn't comment, that's perfectly fine. If you'd like to follow the channel, it does help with all the algorithms, etc., etc. So please do that if you can. And also click the notification bell, because then you should get it doesn't always work, but you should get notification of when I go live. So Grocklesnook and I will say goodnight. And next live stream is Friday night. So we are going to be doing a video live playthrough. We do The Witcher 3. So we're ploughing on with The Witcher 3. So thank you so much, everybody. You are all amazing. And remember, may your thieving never be caught. Always keep up with the plugging of the book. See you later, guys.